Good morning vlog. It is Tuesday, March 12th. Yeah, March 12th. And yeah, as you can tell, I'm already at work, I guess, if you can tell that. Anyway, yeah, just had I guess kind of your normal morning. Was a little bit scatterbrained this morning. I wasn't quite sure what I should do or try and work on. I did get some preparations done for editing of the podcast. I need to get that finished tonight and then potentially even work on the next episode as well, depending on how early I'm done with tonight's meeting. And what I mean by tonight's meeting is that I am meeting with Pastor Welmer again tonight. I don't exactly remember when, but I need to confirm that with him. But we're just going to kind of do another brainstorming session, do a little bit of an update there. He's already been recording his weekly Bible study sessions that he has with a men's group on Wednesdays during lunchtime. So I need to listen to a couple of those recordings because it's already a little just using the microphones on the device itself that we're using for recording. It's picking up a lot of room noise. I can already tell that right off the bat. But content wise, I think it's going to be great. We just need to make cleaner audio capture of that. And I'm going to see if I can either fully record the audio this time or maybe even get some video in. I might just take a few quick Snapchat vlogs for during our brainstorming session as kind of a demonstration of what I'm doing here on Snapchat and then later on YouTube. And I think just as I get into the habit of creating more content and just more documenting and getting my thoughts out there whenever I feel the need to, like for yesterday and in my Instagram rant, so to speak, on how to use URL links properly. For example, I think that was a great piece of content. That's educational, and I can take that video later, edit it down even more, and then repurpose it, add captions to it, repurpose it for Instagram or even for Facebook, and kind of do a little bit of cross-pollination there, so to speak, like demonstrating my social media chops, I guess, or just showing some knowledge that I'm loving to share with everyone else out there in the world. So I'm still just going through this process and learning and documenting along the way and narrating what I'm doing so I can show other people that it's not that hard. Sure, I have some extra gear here, but I'm really doing all this using either my iPhone or my iPad, and that's it. If you have a smartphone, that's all you need, to get your project, get whatever you want to do off the ground. That's it. Like, you have a camera on your smartphone, you have a microphone on your smartphone, you can attach, if you do some research and whatnot, you can add more stuff to it later. But the point is to just go out there and start creating, getting into that habit. And also it starts that learning process in developing those skills of how to use all the tools that come with your smartphone. And what I mean by that are your Instagram, your Facebook, your Snapchat, your camera app. All those are tools for you to go out there and tell your story, do what you want to do, and share it with others. And you don't need a lot of money either to get this stuff started. You don't need a whole team of people. Yes, it helps to have support, but I mean, most of all this, I'm just doing myself. I'm editing it myself. I'm captioning it myself. It is a lot of work, and I'm not even doing enough right now with what I'm currently doing. I feel like I'm slacking. So I need to pick up the slack myself, because I know there's more that I'm capable of and that I can do in order to generate more content and even to get it up to the quality that I'm setting for myself. I'm also let's see, how would I word this? I'm also not caring too much about the quality right now because I'm in the early starting stages, if that makes sense. Right now I'm in a weird transitional phase where I'm focusing a little bit more on quality. As you can see, I have these more steady cam shots of a stationary image shot rather, and I'm not really doing too much handheld type shots. At least I'm trying to limit myself in that. But I'm also going to be focusing more on generating more quality content in terms of more edited videos, but it's going to be in terms of how do I capture that video in a more quality manner to edit later. So I'm still doing this vlog, which is still going to be a little bit more raw, a little bit more uncut, and a little bit more amateurish, shall we say. But my plan for later is to ultimately take some of this content, some of these videos, and rehash them, edit them down, and then to produce them into more quality content blurbs. I really like this word now, blurbs. It's just I've been using it so much in the past 2 weeks. It's a blurb. Anyway, editing them down into more bite-sized. There we go, bite-sized for platforms like Instagram, like Facebook. Something that is for Instagram, it can only be a minute long if you're posting it into your Instagram feed. For Facebook, you can have longer. If I do any business type related conversations on this vlog, that would be something quality to some quality content to put onto LinkedIn in video format. So I mean, that's the whole reason why I'm shooting these videos right now and just throwing out there whatever is coming to my mind at the time. You never know when you'll be able to use it later. And thankfully with the storage capabilities that we have on modern day devices, I can keep a copy of these videos on my hard drive at home, on my phone, for later editing, or even I can, if I need to, I can re-download them off of YouTube after I upload them. Sure, the quality may be degraded a little bit, but it's better than nothing. At least I'll still have the content. So that's my overall mentality that I'm approaching with on this entire project. But for now, after going off on that little morning rant, it is now time for me to get to work, and I'll probably do a little update video in case anything hits me around lunchtime, but probably more of the quality content will not be coming until later this evening when I have my follow-up meeting with Pastor Welmer. I'm very much looking forward to that. He was actually on the radio this morning. Radio. I couldn't find it on the actual traditional radio. You can only listen to it online, I think. It was a KVGI, and unfortunately I couldn't hear exactly what they were talking about. I'll talk to him about it a little bit later, and I need to see when they post it online so I can hear a more quality recording. Because whatever encoding they use on the app, it kept on skipping and I couldn't fix it. It was actually something wrong with their stream. So I couldn't really hear that audio file that they were trying to stream. So I just got to listen to it after the fact. But thankfully it's it's all digital, it's all recorded. So I was going to try and do some outdoor photography stuff on my lunch break after I finished with my meal, but it's really rainy outside and really icky. So I'm gonna try and see what I can do with some indoor photography around the building, see if I can utilize any of the common spaces just to take a few shots and see what I can do with it, and then maybe I'll just have some extra photography content that I can put online for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter later. All right, heading back to work now, and I think I had a pretty good little photo session. I'll play around with some of the images a little bit later today and see what I can make of them. But I took a couple of different angles, a couple of different shots. I tried to do like kind of a silhouette shot in front of a glass window, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. I really like using my Apple Watch as kind of like a remote. Sorry, got cut off there somehow. But anyway, I like using the Apple Watch for kind of a remote viewfinder, so I can help frame my shots and then trigger the shutter to take pictures while I'm not close by, while I'm not like right next to the iPhone. And that's really handy for when you're doing solo photography. So that's why I like to use that in my Apple Watch. That's actually one of the main reasons why I use that, is for just remote photography like that, to frame my shots, see how well it's framed, because I can preview the screen on my phone and how the shot looks before I even take it. And more so, I can even trigger a burst shot mode by hitting, it's a timed burst shot mode by hitting the 3-second timer on the watch. I can even tap on the screen on the preview that I'm getting to adjust focus and exposure. I can't really fine tune it, it's all automatic that way. But it still gives me that level of control remotely that I wouldn't have had otherwise. And I would have had to set a really long timer, then run in to get into the shot or whatever, and had to take the picture and then run back and see if it was the right picture or not. But this way I can quickly just frame the shot generally, and then I can compose myself to get into the proper shot and then trigger the camera when I want to take a picture. But anyway, back to work for me until this evening, when I finally get to meet back up with Pastor Walmer. Heading out from work now, and it is, I guess I'm going to turn it into a different kind of productive evening, because unfortunately my pastor had to cancel this week's meeting as well. So that just means that I have more time to edit the next couple of weeks of worths of podcasts for my other pastor, Pastor Audie, and get those ready to go for his review, and to have those already down and scheduled in the pipeline for the next 3 weeks about it. Don't know if I'll be able to edit all 3 tonight, but I know I'll at least be editing 1, probably 2. Editing the latest episode of the podcast. I have that uploaded, everything's scheduled. I have it ready for Pastor Audie's review, so all I have to do is hear back on that, and we're good to go. I still need to finish editing the next episode, but at least I still have a little bit of breathing room on that. And I guess I'm just going to go to sleep now and wake up bright and early in the morning, and my focus in the morning is going to be to schedule all the next rounds of my YouTube videos that I have from my Snapchat vlogs. So yeah, just gonna get a little bit of rest here until starting brand new tomorrow. So until then, have a good night.